Hello, greetings everyone, and welcome to Ply Center Practice YouTube here on Thursday, October 8th, 2020. Welcome to everyone who is joining for the first time. My name is Sucharita, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support here at Ply Center. And we have a fun-filled evening here in Toronto, Canada, broadcasting live. To connect with the goddess, we are going to be listening to Dr. Ply chanting the three main goddess mantras in the traditional celebration of the goddess during Navratri. Nava means 9, Ratri means nights. So 9 nights are coming up starting on October 16th. And we are going to be possibly being initiated into the goddess as per the paid program that you may want to take a look at the link below and then see what that's all about and see if that resonates with you. But for now, we are going to be coming together every day since we started on October 1st, and we'll continue on until the 25th. So we're on the eighth day of 25 days together here. And we are going to be experiencing the energy of the group, which is helping us to connect with the goddess internally as well as in the cosmos and in the external world. So much easier on our own than we would, so much easier in the group than we would on our own. So we are going to be having a little bit of a meditation where we'll get into a stream of consciousness where we're receptive to the goddess, and we'll hear Dr. Ply's voice guiding us internally as each of the goddesses will be introduced to us. I'm going to have an altar that I'll be showing you here momentarily, where I'll be offering the flower petals during the chanting, so you'll see and hear the vibrations, so the sound and the light vibrations, the spiritual light. So again, it may be colorful light, but it also is a stream of spiritual energy or darshan. So it's a transmission as we're calling on the goddess. Well, she says, well, where am I going to come in? And we have the sacred images, the objects that have been empowered over the past 20 plus years. And continue to be empowered as we celebrate the goddess. So Dr. Ply will be waking that consciousness up inside of each and every one of us. And then that'll take about maybe 20 minutes. And then if you want to jump off, you can. Otherwise, you can stay on and share your experience. Or maybe you have questions that you'd like to ask, and then I'll do my best to guide you accordingly. So for now, let's get into it. You can be in a quiet place, and you can be focusing internally, and we'll do a guided meditation call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles for the Kundalini energy that's inside of us to move up into the brain, up into the third eye, and then connect with the energies of the cosmos that are going to be beaming back down into our head and into our brain and into the rest of the body. So as the brain lights up, the whole body will light up, the nervous system will light up, and it will be a divine light that comes in. So there's bioelectricity that's going on now inside of our body, and then we are going to ask the goddess to transmute that, transform it into divine electricity. So you may feel heat, you may feel tingling or pain coming up. You may feel a bunch of negative thoughts that are coming up, memories or conversations that you had that you can't seem to shake. Or even it can be pain in your body. Maybe you have an illness or a disease that is coming up and it's being very intensely experienced. So that can be a good sign, because pain is an indicator that we must go ahead and do something to get rid of it, not just put up with it. So Dr. Ply's teachings are all about alleviating pain and suffering of the body, the mind, the soul. So every step we take with these teachings, we will explore, use our body, our mind, our voice, our whole thinking process, our soul's evolution to connect with his teachings that will help to we can use ourselves as a science experiment, if you will. So a spiritual science experiment, no one can feel what you're feeling. No one is responsible for your feelings. However, you can hand it over to the goddess. That's what surrender is all about. It's giving it to the goddess. And as Dr. Playa shared, getting the goddess's blessings means that you, every one of you, are eligible to get the blessings of the goddess at this point in time of the year where the goddess's power is really strong and really going to guide us and our soul on a higher state, a higher path. So we can pray for that as well, to come out of the harms and hurdles and be on that spiritual path where we feel empowered, we feel courageous, we feel brave, we feel like we can overcome all the fear mongering that's going on in the world and navigate with grace and ease versus reacting all the time and wondering and being in confusion or sadness or whatever it is that you've been experiencing, frustration, anger. Maybe you have it bottled up and it just explodes in the space, and you might have a catharsis or you might cry. So the goddess is up to it will bring you up to speed, so to speak, where you will be like, whoa, I'm vibrating at a level of divinity that I never have experienced before. And we're going to build on that. So by the time the first night of Navratri comes, we will be so open, so strong, so focused, so prepared for the goddess that it will just be blessings after blessings after blessings. So thanks everyone for joining. Let's get into it. So I'm going to be moving the camera over here to the altar where you can see 3 different images of the goddess. And you can see here we have Ganesha, who will call on to remove obstacles. We have the goddess Durga, who has all these different divine weapons. And just by the presence there, any negative force would just be running away with all those weapons that they see. And even if they want to battle her, she just smiles and destroys them. So that's what she's going to do to any kind of negative congested energies, including thought forms or emotions that you can't seem to shake. And then you can say, okay, goddess, please remove this. So we don't have to linger on and analyze it. We can get the blessings of these goddesses. The next one is the goddess Lakshmi. This is Mahalakshmi. She's Raja Lakshmi, or Gaja Lakshmi, which is a Raja, like a queen or a ruler type Lakshmi. And she's fierce. She wants us to have high self-esteem, have prosperity, enlightenment, everything that represents your ability to rule in your life, to lead in your life versus sitting in the back seat and just being a victim to the circumstances. She'll help you to find a way out. This is a form of the goddess Shrimbrazi here. I'll bring it up a little close and personal because it's very important. It is the goddess of one of the goddesses of 2020 and beyond. She's come into the earth plane through Dr. Ply's grace and blessings in the past couple of years, where the Shrimbrazi program has been launched and people have been calling on her as per the initiations in that program. So you can check that out as well. So this special form or this image of Shrimbrazi is all about 2020 and bringing abundance, joy, happiness in a world where there's a lot of fear, a lot of scarcity consciousness. So you can merge with this goddess. So you can see here, she's just pouring gold coins. So you can imagine those gold coins being poured onto you as we're chanting to her and asking her to remove scarcity consciousness, low self-esteem, not having enough, not being good enough, not being educated enough, not having enough. She says enough of that. So this is a yantra or a landing pad. It's sacred geometry for the goddess Shrimbrazi as well. So that will also transmit some energy. You or I might be attracted to any of these images so far. We have the goddess Saraswati, and you can see her with her Veena. This is her musical instrument where she plays the music of your chakras. So she will help you to dance along with her energy and awaken creativity. The Kundalini energy, help you to appreciate music, song, and dance We have another yantra here, which is again a landing pad, or yantra also means machine. So it's got sacred geometry for the Shri. It represents the Shri chakra. So this is a 2D form, and if you think of it as a landing pad, the divine is going to come right on here. The goddess is going to come right on and bounce energy into the space. So if you have one of these, it's you will feel protection and you'll feel all the blessings coming through. This is an image, a 3D image or a pyramidal shape, triangular shape of the Shri Chakra. So it's represented by all the goddesses, including Bala Tripura Sundari, who is going to be one of the goddesses that you can be initiated in during the paid services, the Navratri Premier Program. So these are the goddesses. These are the images that you may be drawn to. As Dr. Ply chants the different mantras for each goddess, you may feel this bioelectricity being transmuted, and then this divine energy coming in. So if you feel like you're heated up, or there's a lot of tingling, or you feel like, whoa, I need to move, feel free to allow for you to expand your body, your mind, your soul, get out of limited thinking, get out of that stuck physical feeling and of being trapped in your life, and then ask the goddess to guide you and uplift you and enlighten you. And you don't have to say it in words. Sometimes the transmission can just be in the feeling, and then you just go with it. Go with the feeling. Be like water, flow with it. So that's what the goddess is all about. And we're going to be getting in a state of receptivity now, where we'll align our energy body, our subtle energy body, with the goddess in the cosmos, represented by these images here. So as it is above, so it is here on the earth plane, and it will be transmitted out to you. So you want to get all your chakras enlivened to receive, or to be aligned with the divine Wi-Fi connection. So you've got hyper speed going on. And then when you have that hyper speed experience, then you can manifest with clarity, and that much quicker than you could by just thinking and thinking and thinking about it. So close your eyes and put your attention internally. We'll call on the goddess, the Kundalini energy, to start to reveal itself. You may feel some waves of energy moving through all the chakras that are psycho-spiritual centers, stacked up on top of one another in your backbone, your subtle body, the spine. So these energy centers are going to radiate out. So they're going to expand and they're going to contract, like a breathing in and a breathing out. So the in-breath is going to be an energy of the goddess coming in. And the out-breath is going to be anything that is no longer serving you. That is also an energy, but it's congested and it's negative and it's keeping you to feel stuck. So we want to feel clear energy so we can make clear decisions on what it is that we want to manifest. With the blessings of the goddess. So now we'll call on Ganesha to remove the obstacles. Imagine a reddish, orangish light pouring down your legs, into your feet, into the soles of your feet, the bottoms of your feet. And then that energy is going into the core of the earth, the earth's Kundalini energy, where it's heat and fire and lava. And it will purify anything that you've released. And then it will empower you through the earth, through the soles of the feet, back up the feet, the shins, the calves, the knees. Feel the energy swirling around in the knees. It will take the ego out. And that's why we get down on our knees and pray. We want to crush our ego, because it is what edges God out. So we want to get God in, or goddess into us. The energy and the light, reddish orangish light, pours up, continues up through the thighs, the front of the thighs, the backs of the thighs, the buttocks, the pelvic region. Feel it coming alive, the energy in the pelvis, awakening the lower chakras, even into the belly, the navel center. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now, imagine a ray of light shooting up the spine, piercing all the chakras, enlivening them from your internal energy, your goddess energy, your kundalini energy. This ray of light shoots up through the top of the skull and into the space like a searchlight, seeking out the blessings of the goddesses, the blessings of the divine beings. Imagine Dr. Ply now appearing before you in a form you're familiar with, or a light. He radiates spiritual energy or darshan towards you, and you're absorbing it like a sponge. You're soaking it up from head to toe through all the trillions of pores of your skin. Release anything that is no longer serving you, that is blocking your progress. Keep receiving the transmission from Dr. Ply as he sends 2 rays of light into your eyeballs, piercing them, filling your eyes with light. Feel the burning in the eyes. The windows to your soul are getting cleansed. 2 beams of light enter your ears, your eardrums. The light enters the inside of your head. Your brain lights up. Even the face feels the heat of the divine light. 2 beams of light shoot up the nostrils. A beam of light enters the mouth, piercing the tongue. The tip of the tongue lights up. The middle of the tongue lights up. The back of the tongue is lit up. Now focus on the back of your throat and light it up. Diffuse the stubborn karma in your throat with the light. A beam of light enters your forehead, activates the pituitary, the pineal, third eye, as it goes deep into the middle of your brain, lighting up your brain. And finally, a light is received through the top of the skull from above, in the heavens, connected to the goddess energy in the cosmos, transmitting that knowledge, that beauty, that grace, that joy, abundance, happiness, beauty, love, heavenly energies are being transmitted, piercing your brain. The body lights up. Again, pay attention to Dr. Pillai, pouring the energy into you, enlivening all these beams of light in your eyes, your ears, your nostrils, your mouth, your tongue, your third eye, your brain, the whole body. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now, slowly open your eyes and just be gazing towards the altar here and receive the blessings of these goddesses that will transmit an energy, enlivening your body, mind, and soul. As flower petals are being offered, receive a message, receive some sign that you've connected to the goddesses. Enjoy your practice, and we will see you in a bit.
Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha. Saraswati Namaha. Aim 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 Saraswati Namaha.
Now we'll begin our offering of the different items that represent the earth, the water, the fire, the air, the space, or ether. These 5 different elements make up our bodies, our minds, our souls, makes up everything on the earth plane and on other planes as well in subtler forms. So we'll honor these 5 elements through offering of the food that represents the earth element, the water representing the water element, the ghee lamp that represents the fire element, the incense that represents the air element, or the prana, the life force, the subtle air. And then we will offer the flower petals that represent the ether, the Akash, going into the Akashic records to erase any negativity that's coming into this time-space continuum that we are presently in and experiencing, the karmas that are no longer serving us. So we want to erase it. So we'll offer the flower petals that will be like a text message or Insta or WhatsApp or email, phone call to the divine. So we'll have that connection through offering of the flowers, and then get our prayers instantaneously responded to for instantaneous or miraculous manifestation. So make your prayer of what it is that you want the goddess to help you with, your intention, or set your intention, or just think about it. And we'll begin the offering of the mixed fruit and nuts representing the earth element. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brzi Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. We'll offer the water. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brzi Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. And then we'll offer the ghee lamp, which represents the fire element. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brzi Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripura Sundari Namaha. We'll offer the incense that has special herbs to activate the goddess energy. It also diffuses the ego, so removes or smokes out the negative thoughts, the congested energies. Om Dhum Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripurasundari Namaha. And now we'll present the flowers that represents the ether, the space, or the akash. So we'll send our prayers, our intentions through these divine text messages. Om Dham Durgaye Namaha. Om Shri Brazi Lakshmi Namaha. Om Aim Saraswati Namaha. Om Sri Lalita Tripurasundari Namaha. Make your prayer to the goddess. For blessings of courage and grace and empowerment, energy, abundance, joy, prosperity, enlightenment, wisdom, creativity, appreciation of music, art, dance, writing, poetry, technology, an understanding of how to use technology efficiently, and then to have the blessings of the goddess. And close your eyes. Feel the goddess transmitting all the energy, the blessings, your attention, your prayers. And through the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, feel the energy coming alive in your chakras. And then make a prayer for everyone in the world to have food, clothing, shelter, medicine, education, clean water to drink, to bathe in, to appreciate. May all living beings be at peace, experience unconditional love, divinity, evolution. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment, peace to the world. Peace, peace, peace. And end the meditation And slowly, slowly come back to yourselves. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So thank you everyone for joining this celebration of the goddess on day 8 of 25. So you're welcome to review the previously recorded chanting practices or meditation practices by the various teachers here at Apply Center. And then if you have any questions, you can send them to office@applycenter.com, especially if you are interested in joining the Navratri initiations, the paid services that are offered through Apply Center Academy. So enjoy your day, your evening, wherever you are in the world. Could be your morning, could be your afternoon. And I'll see you next week. There will be another teacher tomorrow. I'm not sure who that is. And then over the weekend, there'll be other teachers as well. But I'll see you next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So thanks for joining. And then those of you who are going to stay, you can post your emojis. Oh my goodness. We have emojis on steroids here on the chat. There's lots of them. So that's great. That's a beautiful expression. That's how the divine expresses itself, is through images and symbols, rather than trying to describe in words how grateful we are. With technology, we can celebrate the goddess, especially with lots of flowers. As you can see, the goddesses really love the flowers. And with Dr. Ply's grace and blessings, we've had so many. I'm just looking at the altar right now, and the flowers keep dropping from the deities here. So they're very active. So people are wondering, how do I know the goddess is speaking to me? Or how do I speak to the goddess? You just do anything that is offering from your heart and from your attention, your focus, your desire to move into a higher state of consciousness, to get out of or rise above fear, frustration, anger. Just drop all that, or at least put it on the back burner and allow yourself to cook up your new creations on the front burner with the goddess's heat and high intensity. So hopefully you experience joy, and hereafter you will have the blessings unfolding as Dr. Ply guides you internally and intuitively. You will feel the goddess empowering you, bringing you to higher states of consciousness, clarity, awareness, creation. We want all that, but we don't know how to do it. Without the Guru's grace and blessings, we're just groping. We're trying things out. So really all we need to do is show up, chant the mantra, offer some flowers, or even if you just have water, you can offer water. You can download pictures, you can get images, maybe even have them on your phone. And then that way you have easy access to it. So we're in the 21st century where the goddess is coming through or being expressed through technology. Here we are. We're not in the same room like the old days in ancient times when you sat at the foot of the teacher. And then the teacher gave you some teachings, and then you went off to your bungalow or the big room where you shared with lots of other people in your ashram or your monastery or whatever. And so here we are, our whole world is an ashram. There's so many people waking up to a higher state of consciousness, to a way of being, that it has to, people are compelled to rise above everything that is going on in the earth plane. And collectively, we can create a network of evolved souls. And Dr. Ply says, you don't know what you just did. So even if you think, well, I'm not really into this, I don't really understand it, I didn't feel a thing, you participated. And at the level of your soul, as the saying goes, your soul knows. It doesn't speak English or Spanish or Tamil or Sanskrit. It speaks soul. And it wants the food or the knowledge for the soul, and then it will grow. And just like when we use our brain, we develop a muscle. so to speak, where it gets stronger and we think more intelligently. So we're accessing that muscle energy of the soul that is expanding, and it's breathing for us out with the human limited consciousness and thinking and memories and energy is no longer serving us, and we can't figure it out. There's time is of the essence. So we need divine intervention. And then collectively, we can create this network where we'll capture the divine, we'll capture the goddess wherever we are around the world. And etherically, we will hold hands and then grab on to the goddess and say, please come. And then she will feel the calling out of that crying out of our soul. And then she will really pour it on. So you don't know what you just did, but you have done the whole world a world of good. So God bless you all. And thank you so much for participating. And we'll see you tomorrow with the next chanting call meditation. So I'm just looking over at the chat. The mantras Elizabeth is saying, the mantras tonight were like a lullaby, trance-like, like peace. Thank you and blessings to all. Beautiful. And that's what Dr. experiencing the setbacks. So it's really great that everybody's coming here to experience a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of solace, not all. And that's the incredible thing about coming to these group gatherings, because who blesses anyone in your everyday life? Well, maybe you do, but not too many people bless one another. So it's a really great opportunity to experience that love and divine support, energetic support, the space that's created here. You get to tap into it. And even if you don't say a word, or even if you think you had the world's worst meditation process and everybody else is enjoying, you're just like, I'm so irritable. You can just know that your soul is happy you're here. You're filling it up, and it's your personality or your ego that struggles. And so that will just fade away or dissipate, and then the soul will go on and do what it needs to do because it was empowered with this group energy. So there are no hard or fast ways to experience the goddess. There's no one way. Everyone is unique. You have your own divine experiences, and no one is better than the other person or worse than the other person. Our soul knows. So please try not to compare yourself. If you're reading on the chat and you're just having like the world's worst day, it's always a good sign, because you're noticing all the darkness, all the challenge, all the suffering has come to a head. And you're going to just pop it off, because you don't want to experience that. You don't want to look at life with that in that head, or be in that head space, so to speak. You want to be enlightened and uplifted. And so we need to experience the dark to see or receive the light, the love, the super consciousness, the joy, where you're just like, I'm happy for no reason. So Naimika is saying, will you still be holding your class Saturday night? Absolutely. Power Time Practice is a free program that's weekly on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. And you're so welcome to join. It's on Ply Center Practice, and it's called Power Time Practice. Or you can go on to Ply Center and then do a search for Power Time Practice, and you can sign up there. It's free. And then you'll receive the reminder that says, hey, get on the call. So I'll be sharing about what's happening at Ply Center, and then how you can tap into the energy or the power times that are going to be coming up in the week ahead. So then you know, oh, wow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is going to be all about XYZ. And then you will know when it's going to be a tough time. You'll know when it's going to be a fun time, and you'll know what to do, and who to call on, what goddess or god to call on, what archetype or divine being, that higher intelligence. So then you know, okay, this is what Sucharita was talking about. This is what everyone was chatting about at the Power Time Practice. And this is what I know I can do to come out of my funky state, or to be alert and help me to manifest. So Naisha is saying here again, so beautiful. My day was very Venus. Venus is the planetary influence of beauty and joy and comforts. So lovely. Naisha is saying it was easy like a cloud. Here in Serbia, it's 4 a.m. and Venus is looking at me through my window. How beautiful, Naisha. And God bless you. You're right in Brahma Muhurta time. So that's a time frame that is between about 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. And that's the time of the god or the goddess. So Venus is showing you all about prosperity, enlightenment, joy. Nasa is saying here, it has something to do with your selfless action, Sutrita. Well, I'm just so happy that I'm here and able to do something where I'm contributing to uplifting people, and especially Dr. Pillai. The students are the followers of Dr. Pillai, because he's done so much for me in my life that I just enjoy sharing that with others and guiding everyone as he did many, many, many years ago, probably lifetimes ago. So this is such an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support. Sujata is saying it was beautiful and I got into a deep meditation today. Thank you, Babaji, goddesses, and Sutrita. And that's what happens when we just show up. It's not about us making the effort. We're just showing up. And then the gods, the goddesses, Dr. Pillai is saying, stay steady, stay still. Be still and know that I'm God. That's what the Bible says. And in all the sacred scriptures, be still. And then and just be present. You don't have to do a thing. And then all you need to is be receptive to receive. So being receptive is you're like a receptacle. You're an opening. You're a chalice, if you will. You're a holy grail, and the divine is being poured into you. So drink from the cup and get filled up with the divine. So that's what will help to take you into a deeper state and experience healing energy, and just allow yourself to swim in it and bathe in it and just be present to it. And then even if you don't understand what happened, your life will unfold in a beautiful way. And we always hear from people what happens as we build and build and build our connection to the goddess. So thanks for your feedback. Ravana is saying here, or Ravina, thank you and bless you. These 3 weeks have been filled with problems. Can you explain why and what mantras to focus on to help me through this rough patch? Well, what happens, as we mentioned, and that's why we're having these practices together to bring in the light, because there's a cosmic play going on from the time of the ancestors, where all the ancestors who have been really restless maybe in the past few weeks since Mahalaya, and then coming into Navratri, as we're building our consciousness, and it is like throwing light on these dark entities or these dark energies, or these energies that have been locked away inside of us, like skeletons in our closet, are really banging on the doors because the light is shining on them inside and they want to get out. They want to leave us. So that's what happens, is you feel this stuff coming up because that's what the mantras are doing. The goddesses are coming in. So who to call on to remove it this is the time for the goddesses. So just call on the goddess Durga with her mantra, Om Dhum Durgaye Namaha, and then the goddess Shreem Brazi. You can just say Shreem Brazi or Om Shreem Brazi Namaha, or Om Shreem Brazi Lakshmiye Namaha. And then the goddess Saraswati, you can say Om Aim Namaha or Om Aim Saraswatiye Namaha. So these mantras are here, and then you have now 8 days or 8 evenings recordings that have been started since the 1st of October. You can review them. You can fast forward this recording to the chanting session and just listen to that for 20 minutes as you're doing your work, or as you're sitting down, or as you're going to sleep, or as you're waking up. So there are no hard and fast rules with Dr. Pillai. He just wants you to listen to the sounds of the goddess, because this is the time for them to come in. So that's what I would do and recommend for you. Nasa's saying thank you from the bottom of my heart. Still minding my fabulous business. Great. Kiran is saying here on premium program Return of the Goddess, 9 live group teaching calls are different than these chanting ones every day. Yes. So the paid program Return of the Goddess is a 9 night initiation. And what we will be experiencing, or what you will be experiencing if you join, is that we'll celebrate 3 nights of the goddess energy or initiation from Dr. Ply into Mother Mary consciousness and activate the womb chakra. So that'll be kind of exciting, if not a lot exciting. I'm very excited about it. And the goddess Varahi, and then the goddess Tripura Sundari. So these are, Bala Tripura Sundari. So these are the goddesses, as well as Durga and Lakshmi Shrimbrazi and the goddess Saraswati. So these are the goddesses, the energies that will be initiated into us. So initiation is not a one-off. It is planting the seeds of this energy, this power, this intelligence. And we can read about it. We can have been following other teachers, whether they're here on the earth plane or on other planes as well. And we need to get that activated. As per our soul, it's brought us to Ply Center, to Dr. Ply. So maybe that's what it is that we want to unlock the secrets of this initiation process so that we can activate these archetypes as per 2020 right now during this Navratri. So Dr. Ply is closely communicating with the goddesses, and this is what the goddesses want us to do. So you will, if you're in that paid program, then you will receive a blessing every night, an initiation every night. And there will be a Ply Center teacher, including myself and Lakshmi Jina, who will be guiding you to get the most out of the initiation, answer your questions. And then at the end of the 9 nights, you will also be receiving guidance for 2 or maybe 3 weekends in a row. And I will be recapping everything and making sure that you understand how to put all these beautiful blessings into your everyday life to get the most out of it. And so that the goddess grows and grows with you as per your personal needs or your personal preference. So it's very customized and personalized for you. And you'll get some tips and practice instructions and guidelines, because when we're in the midst of the initial initiation process, we're just like so energized, we can't think, we're out of our minds, or the energy is so strong, or things are leaving us and we think, oh, I missed that. So there will be courses that will be available on Ply Center Academy as per those initiations. And then the final day that you can receive the blessings of Dr. Ply is through a personal, he's going to be hosting a personalized, customized initiation. So you'll really feel the energy and the blessings. He will be doing it live in person, via video, and you will be able to really feel the energy, the grace, the blessings, awakening all the initiations up until that point. There are also 9 fire labs that you can participate in, and they are hosted by Vedic specialists as well. And he's instructed, as per Dr. Ply, how to wake up the goddess in each and every one. So that's going to be happening during those 9 nights, starting on October 16th here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. It might be the 17th in some parts of the world. So don't worry, because once you sign up, you'll be sent a welcome email with all those details. And then you'll be invited to a private Facebook group, a WhatsApp group, so you can chat and meet the other people who are also initiated into the goddess through those 9 nights. So you can either participate in those 9 nights, or you can participate only in the 10th night, which is the Dance of Victory. And that's going to be the initiation with Dr. Ply through the Fire Lab. And then he'll be giving some mantras to practice and some teachings as well. So lots of thanks. If you have any specific questions that have not yet been answered by any of the Ply Center teachers as per your satisfaction, please don't give up. Send an email to office@plycenter.com and ask your specific questions. Get it in writing, because sometimes we will be saying it in a way that you're really, maybe you're more visual than auditory in your way to learn and process information. And so you might need to see it in writing, and which is a good thing. And then you can really know exactly why it is, you educate yourself why it is that you want to participate, and you're not just doing it out of fear of, oh my God, I'm going to miss out, or oh my goddess, you know. You don't want to do it like that. You want to be making an educated decision. So read about it, merge with the goddess, keep coming to these chanting practices so the goddess will wake up inside of you. It's not something that is separate from you. The god or the goddess is inside of you. You want to feel it. You want to know that you're communing with the goddess, and you're communicating with the goddess. So Kiran is saying here, I requested a private Facebook group. It may not be set up yet. So Kiran, if you ordered the premium program, you can definitely send an email to office@plycenter.com and ask them when you're going to receive access to the Facebook page or the group, or access to, if you didn't receive the welcome email, you just say, I didn't get the welcome email. I don't have access to those groups. Right now, they're building the program on Ply Center Academy because Dr. Ply is getting hot off the press from the cosmos, the teachings from the goddess. So he has been thinking about it. He's been receiving the message, the guidance from the Siddha, the Tamil Siddha tradition, the Siddhas who have gone before us. And they are saying, okay, this is what you can give to the people as their initiations during Navratri 2020. So we want to be receiving or aligning with that energy. So just because we show up and we say, okay, I paid for this service, our soul has to get ready. And then collectively, the energy will be read or interpreted by Dr. Ply, because he'll know what the souls are who are going to be coming for the initiation. And then he will create the program that will support that. So otherwise, it will be like a burning bush moment. The fire and the divine, the goddess will come and just burn us all down like barbecue. So it has to come. It has to be filtered through Dr. Ply. So as the team is building the course, they're receiving the instructions or guidelines from Dr. Ply, and then he is approving all of it as we go along. So you may not have access right away to the Ply Center Academy site, the course, because it's just being downloaded now as we speak, or as you're listening. So you're welcome, Beverly. Evelyn is saying, I got through my payment with your advice. Oh, great, Evelyn. Fabulous. What's the turnaround in email replies? Kieran, I cannot say, because I've sent emails as well. And sometimes those divine forces are being challenged by these little gremlins. And all of a sudden I'll receive like 10 responses back and I didn't see them. So check your spam, check your inbox, and just keep sending emails. That's what I do. I just keep sending emails until I get a response. So we're not just in any kind of academic setting or religious or spiritual type setting where we get some information and try it out. We're really challenging these forces that are, forces of nature. And they're going to try and knock us out and get us to be discouraged. But that's a good sign, because we will persist. Just like the other day when I tried to get on YouTube and it kept kicking me out, and people here were so fabulous. They were praying, they were chanting to remove the obstacles, for Lord Ganesha to come and praying. And they ended up staying, I think it was like 40 or 50 minutes. And then we had a beautiful celebration. So that's what it is. Keep persisting and push on, press on. If you haven't heard from the support team, and you will, all of a sudden there will be all these emails and you go, oh, sorry, I didn't see that. At least that's what happens with me. So please just go ahead and keep at it. Keep sending the emails. And if you want to, you can reinforce, put my email on there, CC me, sucharita@applycenter.com, and I will also help to follow up with that. Yeah, so I think I have responded to ST Ping Ping is saying, what are the benefits of the fire labs for the 9 days versus just the class? Well, the fire labs, the Kundalini is fire. So it's an internal fire. And it responds to fire labs because it's fire. Now, the fire lab is something that is a ritual where it makes you to be enriched. Rituals make you rich. So what happens is it will be the doorway or the way that the divine comes into the earth plane, because what is the divine? It's like millions of suns, light, intelligence. We just have one sun here in our little universe, or our galaxy, and that lights up all the planets and the earth and so on. It makes us to live and grow and breathe, and without the sun, there would be no life. So the divine is coming in like millions of suns. So we have to have a filter, something that will diffuse that intensity and then enliven our souls like one ray of light versus the whole fireball of sun times a million. So the fire is Agni, the fire god. He is the sacrificial divine being who says, hey, you know what? I'm going to be the one who filters the response of the divine, allows the goddess energy a gateway or a doorway to come into the earth plane. And then that activates the chakras, the psycho-spiritual centers inside of us that enliven our brain and fire up our neurons, and our whole body gets fired up. So there's a lot of fire energy, and the labs, the fire labs, will hold the goddess to our attention. So it's like that stillness, be still and know that you're a goddess. And then what you feel when you're watching it or you're listening to it is the spiritual transmission that's coming through, and it is activating the goddess energy inside of you as per that initiation evening. And as I mentioned, there are going to be very specific mantras that are quite secretive. And even if you are if the Vedic priest is chanting mantras that are as per that goddess, he's also chanting silently the secret mantras that Dr. Ply is giving, so that it really activates the goddess. And that initiation process through the fire lab is going to be in and of itself a beautiful experience, a profound connection to the goddess. And everyone knows that they see the images of the goddess coming in, those people who have participated in these fire labs that are offered through Ply Center and Ashurved and through this initiation process. So the Navratri, the Vedic specialist, he is a goddess worshiper. He is communing with the goddess since a kid. And it has been passed through his family, his lineage. And so he's very pure. He's purely connected to the goddess. So you will really feel the goddess, and he'll guide you accordingly. So the teachings or the initiations that are coming through those 9 nights are the initiations that are coming from Dr. Ply hot off the press. So, and that's as per the goddess, as per each night. So you can't kind of prepare for this, or even if Dr. Ply has written everything up, as has happened so many times before, especially in those events where you're there with him in person, and he'll say, okay, we're going to talk about this. And he'll go, no, we're not. we're going to talk about something very different, because the divine gets into him and just throws away that agenda or that itinerary. It goes out the window. So it's as if everything got done, and now we are going to get the message and the blessing and the initiation of that particular day. So that's why you can't really think it or prepare for it in a way that you're going to say, okay, I know it's happening. Because once you know, you've created a block. So knowledge is bondage. Yanam Bandha is a Shiva Sutra. It's a truth. And we want knowledge to be able to navigate, but we don't want to be bound to it, because then it's limited. We're not open to anything else. And in the moment when the goddess is coming in, just like when you have a party, okay, everyone can relate to that. You plan a trip, or you plan a dinner, or you plan a meeting, or you plan an outing. And sometimes our best laid plans get so messed up. And so that planning goes out the window, but you try to make the best of it. And what happens when you're positive and open, it usually is a better time. And it's more spontaneous, it's more joyous, it's more creative. It's not, it's open to everyone's input. It's not just one person controlling it all, or a group of people. And because when we feel controlled, we're like, oh God, this is just too planned out. So sometimes it's better to just be spontaneous. And that's how the divine is. If you want a miracle, is that planned? No. You're receptive to it. You're ready for it. But it's spontaneous. And that's how the dance of the divine is. So we want to be prepared to receive blessings and joy and happiness. And if it is according to what Dr. Ply has been experiencing, the message coming in, or if it's brand spanking new, well, then that's what's meant to be. So yes, your fire labs, say your names or your family names before you start, because when you sign up, then your name and your birth star goes into the fire lab. Or it might be that the priest will say, now you can say your name internally or out loud, and you can also say your birth star. And just doing that is going to be you saying hello to the divine. This is who I am. This is the star energy that I come from as for my soul's journey in this lifetime. So here we go. Here we go. This is it. So it's kind of like having your pass card, or you've got the ticket to get into the event. Without it, you wouldn't be able to get on the plane. You wouldn't have your ticket to get on the plane. So this week of Navratri, the programs will be at the same time. Beverly, I think they're going to be either at the same time or close to this time. So this is a free program, a free service. And we want to make sure that as many people across all the different time zones can attend. So this is a really good time slot, although I believe that it is the paid time slot as well, because I am going to be doing, hosting those initiations for, I think, 3 nights, and then for the 3 follow-up calls as well. And it's going to be at the time slot. And then the fire labs are either 1 hour before or 1 hour after this. So, yeah, so there you are. Will AstroVed be televising when in India for all the activities? It depends, Rara, because as per COVID, we don't know. And then also sometimes when the live webcasts are going on, there are power outages. So there will be a recording being done of the fire lab. So even if the call drops or there is some sort of power outage, it will go on, and then it will be posted to Ply Center YouTube, or it will be posted to the members area as per the program. Faraz is saying, can we roll and smash a small pumpkin during every night of Navratri? Absolutely. Or you can offer a lemon or a lime and cut it. So why are we doing that? that's surrogate technology. Instead of the negativity swirling around in us or bombarding us from external sources or forces that maybe don't have our best interest. Just like the other night when it was trying to trip us up and knock us off the call. So we can use the surrogate technology, as I mentioned in previous calls, and probably the other teachers did as well, that when you use a lemon or a lime or a coconut or a pumpkin and you roll it around on the different parts of your body, maybe you have pain in some parts of the body, or maybe you have, you just like to clear up the way you see life or perceive life, the way you hear things, or you've taken in things that you don't want to hear, and you're just like, it's swirling around in your head. And so we're going to cleanse the eyes, cleanse the ears, cleanse the tongue, cleanse the nostrils, all the sensory organs, the receptors will get cleansed, and then the skin, the pores of the skin. So, you are accessing a divine energy that can come in. Then you're creating a runway or a clear landing pad for the divine to come in. So erasing all of that using the pumpkin, the lime, the lemon, the coconut to absorb the negativity, and then go and smash the pumpkin or smash the coconut, throw it away, or you can cut the lime after you roll it around and you feel like, okay, I've got all this negativity out. Because what you will feel is you'll feel this relief. You may even cry, maybe be teary-eyed throughout the whole process, because you'll just be thinking, wow, this seems so strange, but yet it's doing something to me. So we don't want you to just, talk about or listen to us. We want you to do it and then let us know how it goes. Evelyn is saying, this is the only live video for the day, or are there other live viewing? Today, Evelyn, this is it as far as I know. Juliet is saying, I have a question, Sutrita. Last webinar, Dr. Ply said, if anybody is willing to completely dedicate and want to experience the mantra for no other agenda, I would give. What does that mean? Well, you can connect with Dr. Ply, and God only knows. He knows what your soul can and cannot do at any given point in time. So if you are in a place where you're looking at your budget and you're in that headspace, do I want to do this? I don't know. And your heartfelt desire is to, participate, but you just can't fit it into your budget. Dr. Ply will say, don't do anything that is going to go beyond your living expenses. So you have to ask the goddess to guide you wisely. There are so many free services, or maybe you just want to participate in one of the services that you can afford to do. So please don't be overwhelmed, because the goddess is going to get in, and the mantra, which is the vibration and the energy, you may not receive it as in it's Om Aim Namaha. You might not receive it in those words, but you will receive it at the level of the soul. And then afterwards, maybe you will have an experience with Dr. Ply down the road where he will awaken that energy inside of you. And how you will know is because all these fabulous things will be happening. So it will be a spoken or an unspoken mantra. So hopefully that answers your question, Julieta. Beverly is saying, can you break a coconut offering for Lalita Tripura, any of the goddesses, any? Beverly is saying again, I'm sorry, now having question overload. No, that's okay. So Kiran is saying, I'll be seeing you in those 3 days of the live teaching calls. Yes, you will. All right, so it looks like Naisha is saying, please say something about Revati. Okay, I'll say something. One thing, it's a great birth star. A Revati star is a star that is associated with Lord Vishnu, who is the consort of the goddess Lakshmi Shrimrazi. And if you want to find out more about Revati or any of the nakshatras, the 27 birth stars, and your birth star that you were born under, then you can go to astroved.com and you can type in your information, submit all your birth details, and then it will tell you what your birth star is and also the moon sign or the moon phase that you were born under. And then that will help to guide you. And you can read about Revati under Astropedia. So you go on to astroved.com, and then under Astropedia, there's free teachings. So go find out about Revati star or any of the birth stars there. You're very welcome. All right, everyone, we've had a fun time. It's an hour and a half, 90 minutes or so, plus minus. And thank you all for joining. We'll wrap it up for today, tonight, wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the blessings of Dr. Pillai, guiding your soul to stay open to the goddess, and then asking the goddess to guide you every day with the mantra hereafter, or the mantras for each of the goddesses that we are celebrating so far. Through these free calls. And then if you have any questions, send them in to office@PillaiCenter.com. You're welcome to CC me, Sucharita at astroved.com or Sucharita@PillaiCenter.com. And then I will be in the loop and help to support you as needed. So we will see you. Sue is saying here, what if there are many people with the same name and same birth star? How do the priests know the certain person? Well, here's the thing, Sue, is that when you participate, you enroll in the program, it gets registered under your name. And then the people who you are sponsoring, maybe your family members, they also will have their name. So the priest will be calling out the name. And then many of us have the same birth star because there's 27, there's like 8 billion people in the world. So the star is shared with a lot of people. And it makes sense because we are from being, there's a star energy or star quality. We are the stars of our own show. So we want to look to the stars to see what we resonate with. So again, please look up your birth star on astroved.com by submitting all your birth details, and then read about it. It's all free. It's free information. Or you can even Google it. So if your star is Revati star, or your star is Ardra star, or whatever your star is, you can go and Google it and then find out what those qualities and characteristics are, the favorable qualities and the unfavorable qualities. And so then you will know when the priest submits your name and your star, you're activating that star energy. And it's also being activated with everyone who shares that star. So you're going to do the world a world of good. So hopefully that answers your question. All right, everyone. So God bless you all. Grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai to guide your soul, to get the blessings of the goddesses, to come alive and guide you hereafter. It's a very exciting time. So look to the light, keep chanting the mantras, meditate on the mantras, and we will see you when we see you next. Namaste.